Yo, what's up, guys? Insane Game Freak here. Just got home, hence why this review is so late because classes and stuff. Like I started classes today, so as you can obviously tell, this is gonna be kind of the review times for Corey Wild's Zombie Desu and anything else that comes out on a Monday, which is fine because I only got like 2 more reviews after this anyway for Corey Wild because it stops at episode 13. So we're winding down on like every show we're winding down the spring anime. I mean not spring, winter anime. But anyways, this episode was actually really fucking good because it explains some things and it shocks you in a couple of ways. First off, that whole violin scene we saw with Sarah last episode actually means something in this episode, but it's kind of confusion. But pretty much the episode starts off where the girls are collecting Ayumu's dead exploded body parts all over the city, which are then reattaching themselves and becoming Ayumu again. Unfortunately, he has passed out, and there's actually a funny scene where she's like, "Why won't he wake up?" And Hana and Tormori are like fighting in order to kiss Ayumu to wake him up, like some Sleeping Beauty type bullshit. And I thought that was pretty fucking funny. And so I guess Haruna's not even trying to be fucking subtle with it anymore. She's just like, I love him. It's just I won't tell him this, but I'll make it blatantly obvious to everybody else and their grandma. And Sarah's like, oh no, I'll wake this piece of shit up. And she pops this like little pill, and he just started spazzing and then collapsing again. And it's like, what happened? Oh shit, this was the poison. Ooh, and then the title screen starts. And the first half of the episode is more of like getting Ayumu out of his depressed, I don't want to be wakened state. Because he's kind of gotten into this really depressed mode about you choosing to be with the Prince of the Night, which apparently is what he calls him. So he's like sitting there in his little depressed mode, dreaming about the girls leaving him and then him just being by himself. And then there being an actual envisionment of Haruna in his dreams in her Maso Shoujo outfit, telling him that he should just disappear. And this is all happening while sleeping, and Haruna starts getting really worried. The real Haruna in real life starts getting really worried about how he won't wake up and shit, because they just realize that he's depressed and he won't wake up. I mean, and surprisingly, Dai Sensei shows up out of nowhere, and Dai Sensei makes this cool little metaphor talking about how it's pretty much a metaphor saying that he loves Haruna and she loves him. But she's half-assing it. She's only 50% in that. And she needs to be 100% in that. So Dai Sensei like knocks her out and makes her go into Ayumu's dreams and knocks some sense into him. Literally by beating the shit out of him for the most part. Like, she headbutts him twice, punches him into the fake Harunas that were telling him to disappear, and then is about to wail on him and shit. It's kind of amazing because he's like, she's like, are you this depressed just because you left you? It's like, well, she doesn't choose me. She chose the Prince of the Night. And she's like, listen, if you want something, you got to go back and take it. Yeah, but she's like, you need to be like me and just take what you want. And she's like, yeah, but I don't want to come off as annoying. And she's like, so you think I'm annoying? And she's about to rev up for that punch. And then she gets into this little tsundere little face, and he's like, fine. And so they both wake up, and she snapped him out of it, and then they go to get ready to fight the to go find this fucker. They also, Sarah's like coming up the stairs, and one of her brethren, I guess, is in the house throwing like some type of outfit / case at her, and she's like, what the hell is this? She has a name, but I didn't remember it because honestly, in this layer of the game, it doesn't even fucking matter. And pretty much what it is that she is telling Sarah that even though you betrayed us, this Megalo that has just been summoned can only be stopped by someone who is drunk in the blood of Hellscythe, which to me is hilarious because this is why I said I was confused. I don't understand. We've never seen Sarah drink used blood. We've seen her drink Haruna's blood, so this scene didn't make sense to me. But apparently, it's some off-screen moment. She drunk used blood, and pretty much it's like only you can do this. And pretty much what's happening is that they cut to the scene with I guess Prince is nice, what I'm calling. I'm just calling Prince, and you. And it explains pretty much his whole deal. The whole thing is with him, and it's very simple, actually. It's really simple. And I kind of hinted on this last week without realizing it. He just wants to die. His wish is dying. He is literally a human who has realized, an immortal human, quote-unquote zombie, who has realized the problems of being immortal. He cannot stand being immortal anymore. So what he has now done is he's literally trying to piss her off enough to get her to kill him, because she won't kill him. That's really what it boils down to. You is so fucking kind-hearted and hates death so much, she won't kill him. And because she won't kill him, he's ticked off because he wants to die, and she keeps being an asshole and not killing him. So she keeps fucking with her emotions to the point where she wants to kill him. And that's really been his entire motivation. And that's pretty much his whole deal. Like, that's what it boils down to. The Megalo is like this fucking bleeding statue face that has like stereotypical ghosts flying out of it. And those fucking whales we saw a few episodes back, like I think about 3 or 4 episodes ago. And the way to calm those down is that you know the whole violin playing scene? Yeah, Sarah has to play that violin to calm down the ghost and shit. And that's where that scene plays in, and apparently only she can do this. And for whatever reason, she has to wear a maid's outfit. I don't understand that at all, but whatever. It's not even a revealing maid's outfit, so I was a little happy about that. Like, that should have totally been a fan service moment, but I guess they didn't do it. And then all of her brethren show up, including Tomari, to get violins and play the music to stop the beast too, which didn't make sense to me because I thought she gonna do this and she drunk the blood of Hellside. So I'm thinking, how the fuck do these other vampires, ninja vampires, be doing the same shit? I don't know what the fuck that came from. Whatever. It wasn't a big deal in retrospect. And cutting back to them is that Haruna and Ayumu show up to confront Prince and you. And what it boils down to is that apparently the chainsaw, Haruna's chainsaw, which is called Mr. Lin, kind of, I guess, tells Haruna that she and Ayumu can transform. So it's like a double transformation scene with both of them, and they're both sharing the Mr. Lin, and both of their names are on the fucking chainsaw. And they attack his mist, and his mist explodes, and it sends Haruna flying, but he can't use the mist anymore, I guess. This is all that I hate about this, is that they don't ever explain why the fuck he has powers of mist, like dark ass black mist. They don't ever explain this, and they're not going to because of the way this episode ends. And the rest of that episode really is fucking Ayumu and him fighting like just fist to fist, like zombie to zombie, really much. Going like 400%, 500%, 600%, 700%, 800%, 900%, 1000%. And they're all beating the shit out of each other. And then it just gets really one-sided because Ayumu just freaks the fuck out. Like, this is what really ticks me off about you. You've known you longer than I am, and you still can't understand that she doesn't want to kill her friends. Do you even know? Have you ever even seen Yu's adorable smile punches him in the face? Have you ever seen? Do you even know her favorite food? Punches him in the face. Do you understand the pain she lives with every day? Punches him in the face. And what was it? And this was actually a really badass scene. He just kept wailing on this motherfucker. I was like, boom, boom. It's actually really gory, but it's just boom. Just keep repeatedly beating the shit out of him, talking about all these facts about you and shit. And just keeps wailing on this motherfucker. It was ridiculous. And pretty much what it boils down to at the end of it, obviously no one is hurt, which is the only thing that sucks about the fight scenes between zombies. But this particular fight scene is that no one was going to be hurt. It was just him wailing the shit out of him. Actually, I thought that was pretty cool, though, because honestly, I've been wanting to punch that dude in the face for a while. But honestly, you can't. The thing about him, I thought he was a good character because he's one of those characters that actually represents the human condition that most humans don't want to live forever. And he's an example of a human that didn't ask to be brought back into this world, but was brought back because of Yu's kindness. But it was kind of a misguided kindness, not taking into account of his feelings towards it. And what it resulted in was him resenting her and hating her because he can't die now. And she refused to, and she was the only person who could kill him and wouldn't kill him. And it was like, you motherfucker. But what it boils down to, she finally submits as a nice person and just walks up to him. And he also warns the Yumu, saying, you will find the dangers of, you will see the true horror of living forever as a zombie. But please don't blame it on you like I did. And then she said disappear, I'm guessing. It doesn't really they don't put subtitles for it, so I'm assuming she either said die or disappear. And he starts disappearing. And she's like, even if I don't disappear this time, I like penguins, which is hinting something, obviously. So, yeah. If he doesn't die this time, he's gonna be brought back as some penguin-related object or creature. And pretty much, that's the end of Prince. Lol. That's actually kind of funny. Prince turns into a penguin because I'm thinking of the, black, really R&B, real renowned Prince. Nah, fuck it. You get the joke. And the end of the episode, actually, this is probably one of the best parts of the episode, next to the violence. And Haruna's, I guess you could say the strengthening of Haruna's and Ayuma's relationship. He starts pulling off a Haruna in the sense that he keeps acting really selfish, like, you are going to accept my feelings. You're going to stay with me. I'm not going to let you go until you agree to stay with me or come back with me. And she's like, I understand. He's like, you don't understand. And then she says, I understand. And I don't mean, when I say she says, I understand, I don't mean she wrote it on the paper and showed it to him. I mean, she literally said, I understand. And started talking in sentences. Yes, people. In episode 11, she talks. She finally fucking talks. And she only talks during that scene. She kind of goes back into her writing note thing later. But she talks for that one scene, explaining how she understands. And she's like, I understand you're going to try to make my pain go away. So in return, I'm going to try to make your pain going away. He's like, is that selfish? And they're like, yeah, we're both being selfish. And it's like, I guess it doesn't mind because it's this type of selfishness I was waiting for, even though quote unquote is not really selfish. Well, it is, but it's kind of like I like the little spin take they took on that. They could have went the obvious because I care bullshit, but they actually went the tsundere route of it, which is funny coming from two characters that aren't really tsundere-ish at all. And Haruna gets back, and they find out the mist threw her around the world. So she had visited every country in the world. She came out with a whole bunch of souvenirs. And you said hi. And fucking Haruna's just like, what the fuck? You talk? She's like, you have a cute voice. You should talk so much more. Which is weird, because she actually has, you know how you hear a voice and use in Aikawa's fantasies? She sounds more monotone when you actually hear her talk. She's monotone, and she's monotone, but it's cute monotone, which I don't really understand how that works, but it fucking works for you. And that's really the end of the episode. And then the reason why I say she goes back, and it's proven, is because they're all back at the house, except for obviously Tomori. It's like Sarah, Yu, and Haruna, and Ayumu, talking about we're going to the beach tomorrow for some fucking swimsuits. And they're like, oh, and they're like, yay, we're going to swimsuits and we're going to the beach and shit. And she writes oh instead of saying oh. So obviously she just decided to talk for that one moment like it was a special occasion. But yeah, that is the end of episode 11. And we got 2 more episodes to go. So I'm kind of curious what you're going to do for 2 episodes, because you've obviously covered the, and it's fun because we didn't get an ending song. So it felt like this was the last episode, but it's not. We still got 2 more. So it's kind of weird, like, what the fuck are they gonna do for the 2 episodes since they ended the shit with the with the other zombie and this? They literally wrapped up everything for the most part. So I'm kind of curious as in to see what are they gonna do. Oh, I'm gonna start. I've been talking for like 14 minutes, 15 minutes. But yeah, I'm kind of curious to see what they're gonna do for the next 2 episodes. I'm thinking they might just be filler-ish, which would be fine because this as the last episode would have been nice. But it's kind of like this anime realizes that a lot of animes that do that, to have like a big thing at the end of it and then stop, really ticks a lot of readers off and a lot of fans off. So what they decided to do in this one is to have it in like 2 episodes beforehand, so you can get some kind of after shots episodes, I guess. And I hope within these 2 episodes they focus a little bit more on Yuki, because personally, out of all of them, she's probably my favorite. And I know that's a little biased. No, it's kind of biased because she's the newest, but I don't give a fuck. I like Yuki, alright? Or Tomori, I don't give a fuck. I like how so many characters have like so many alternate names and shit, but whatever. But that is the review. I liked the episode. We finally got to hear Yu's voice. Shit got wrapped up. I like the idea they put in there with the whole immortality thing and the problems with being immortal and shit. And I thought that was kind of a good basis for a villain, because he's a villain, obviously, but at the same time, he's kind of a gray villain because you understand where he's coming from. But yeah, that is the episode review. Tell me what you guys think about it in the comment section below. What do you think about Yu's voice? And life's a game, play to win. I'll see you guys later. Don't be a zombie, and peace.